Okay, I'd like to call the meeting to order.
I don't think it's, sorry, just one.
It's not started. It says it's
Okay.
streaming.
Is it? Okay, it's just loading on my screen now. Okay, I will let everyone into the meeting and then we're gonna have to do a couple attendance things because there's two people, I don't know who they are.
Okay. Okay, welcome everyone. Carrie is going to just do a little bit of attendance here.
Yes, so someone is just iPad. If you can tell me your name, please.
Alex Crane.
Oh, it's Alex Crane. Got it. Thank you. And then I have one that says Edda's iPad. But they're still connecting to audio, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have something to add, Bob?
Yes, please. Just if we could remind visitors to mute their mics unless they're speaking, it'll help with feedback. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, if everyone could do that, because there was a little bit of feedback earlier. That would be fabulous. Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting for Edda to connect to audio. We will start the meeting. Can I get a mover and a seconder to pass the resolution, open the meeting, please? Bob and Gordon. It's been moved and seconded that the July 7th, 2022 public meeting of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be open, the time being 5:34 p.m. Anyone in opposition to this? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda. We have a resolution for the agenda of the public meeting. Can I get a mover and a seconder, please? Bob and David. It's been moved and seconded that the July 7th, 2022 public meeting agenda of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be approved. Anyone in opposition to this? Seeing none, that is hereby approved. And now we have items on the agenda. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest in tonight's proceedings? Seeing none. We have 4 applications to consider, and I will let you take them away, Carrie.
Thank you. So the first application is 1B1822 from Derek Rainey in Gorham Township. The application is proposing to create one new lot with 2 hectares in area, leaving 15 hectares retained on the property known as 130 Onion Lake Dam Road. Sorry, just have to let someone in. The subject property has frontage on Onion Lake Dam Road in Gorham Township, designated as rural in the official plan and rural in the zoning bylaw. The property is abutted by additional rural lots, and the proposed severed and retained lots both meet area and frontage requirements of the rural zone. The applicant will have to contact the Gorham Roads Board for an entrance permit if one does not already exist. We did not receive any public comments, but we received comment from Mines. That's NDM has changed their ministry name, stating that this is a non-mining land tenure and they have no concerns with the application. So it would be my recommendation that this application be approved with the usual conditions.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. I see we have the applicant in attendance. I don't know if you have anything to add.
No, everything's good from my end.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of this application? Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this application? And finally, are there any questions from the board members for either the applicant or our Secretary Treasurer this evening? Okay, seeing none, we will be considering this at the public meeting, or this is a public meeting at our regular meeting that's held immediately after this meeting. So you're welcome to stick around. Otherwise, you'll get notice of the decision within a couple days, right, Carrie?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Okay, Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. You can give us the second one, please.
Okay, so the second application is 1B 1922 from Patricia Spade. This property is located at 3230 Otto Road in Ware Township and is proposing to create one lot with an area of 2 hectares, leaving 3 hectares to be retained. It fronts on Otto Road, is designated as rural in the official plan and zoned rural in the zoning bylaw. The property is abutted by additional rural lots. The proposed severed and retained lot meet both area and frontage requirements of the rural zone. With the new lot fronting on Otto Road, the applicant will have to contact the Ware Roads Board for an entrance permit if one does not already exist. We did not receive any public comments and agency comments, again, just from Mines stating that this land is non-mining land tenure and they have no concerns with the application. So it would be my recommendation that this application be approved with the usual conditions.
Okay, thank you, Carrie. Do we have the applicant in attendance? I see we do.
Yes, hi, Patty Spade here.
Okay, I don't know if you have anything to add.
Nothing to add. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of this application? Is there anyone who would like to address us in opposition to this application? And finally, are there any questions of the board members on this application? Mr. Gordon, go ahead, please.
And my question is, why the peculiar shape of the lot? Why not make it narrower and longer so it fills the whole block? Why is there a little strip across the back? I'm not going to vote against it because of it. It's just look awkward.
So my understanding of that is the location of the existing buildings. So to get enough land, they had to do the odd strip in the back. Patty can correct me if that's wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I just connected with a surveyor and he kind of suggested that as a way to kind of go around that, to get the 2 hectares on one and 3 on the other.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions from the board members? Okay, thank you. And as with the last application, we'll be considering this at the regular meeting immediately following this meeting. Carrie, could you present the third one, please?
I will present the third and fourth, if that's all
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
we've received 2 applications from Laura and John Sabolta. They're located in O'Connor Township. This property specifically is at 818 Highway 595. The applications propose to create 2 new lots. The first with an area of 4.12 hectares, the second of 4.072 hectares, leaving 45.19 hectares retained. The subject property fronts on Highway 595, is designated as rural in the official plan and zoned rural in their zoning bylaw. The properties again are abutted by additional rural lots. The proposed and severed lots meet area and frontage requirements of the rural zone. Because the proposed lot fronts on Highway 595, the applicant will have to contact the MTO for an entrance permit if they do not already exist. In this application, we received comment from Mines, again stating non-mining land tenure, so no concerns. And we received comments from the Lakehead Region Conservation Authority stating that they have no objections. Lands appear to be developable outside of the regulated area. All the comments that we've received from agencies have also been emailed to the applicants for their files. We received no public comment, and we received a resolution from O'Connor Council stating that they have no issues with the applications, but that the road allowance must be turned over to the township as part of the survey process. In both cases, it would be my recommendation that the applications be approved with the usual conditions.
Thank you, Carrie. I see we have the applicant in attendance. I don't know if you have anything to add or not. I'll let you have the floor for a moment.
Oh, we have nothing to add at all.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak in support of this application? Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this application? Seeing none. And are there any questions for either the applicant or the planner? Go ahead, Mr. McMaster.
Thank you very much. Just a curiosity, and it may have been buried in the verbiage. I apologize if it was, but I'm just curious about the diagonal cut on the property line between 1 and 2. And I noticed that on the official drawing as well. Just my curiosity, is it a natural factor of natural land mass or something?
It's a natural lay of the land, and speaking with the people that are interested in both properties, it's conducive to their plans as well.
Very good. Thanks very kindly. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, any other questions? Do we have anything else for this meeting, Carrie?
I do not.
All right, I will ask for support of the resolution. Mover and a seconder, please, to adjourn the public meeting. Mr. Crane and Mr. Cuthbertson. It's been moved and seconded that the public meeting of July 7th, 2022 of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be adjourned, the time being 5:43 p.m. Anyone in opposition? Seeing none, we will move on to our next meeting. And we'll call the meeting to order. I believe I have a resolution for that. There it is. Okay, can I have a mover and a seconder to open the meeting, please? Rudy and David. It's been moved and seconded that the July 7th, 2022 regular meeting of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be open, the time being 5:44 p.m. Anyone in opposition to this? Seeing none, the meeting is now opened. I have a resolution to approve the agenda. I can move in a seconder, please. Gordon and Axel. Been moved and seconded that the July 7th, 2022 regular meeting agenda of the Lakehead Rural Planning Board be approved. Anyone in opposition to this? Seeing none, that is now approved. And is there any disclosures of pecuniary interest in tonight's proceedings? Seeing none, we will move on. We have no deputations scheduled, and we do have 4 bylaws / resolutions to deal with. So is there anything else to add for the first one, 1B/18/22?
Not for me.
Okay, any other questions? Seeing none, we have a resolution. So can I get a mover and a seconder for this resolution to approve number 1? Mr. McMaster and Mr. Crane, it's been moved and seconded that the application 1B/18/22 from Derek Ranney for the purpose of a new lot on the property legally known as concession for part of south half of lot 5 RP 55R 9460 part 1 PCL 25206 TBF Gorham Township Geographic District of Thunder Bay, known locally as 130 Onion Lake Dam Road, as set forth in the application, be approved with conditions. Can I get a mover and a seconder? I do have a mover and a seconder. Do I have anything else for this application? Any more questions or discussion? I will call the question. Anyone in opposition to this application? Seeing none, congratulations. You have your severance. Okay, number 2, can I get a mover and a seconder, please? Axel and Bob. It's been moved and seconded that the application 1B/19/22 from Patricia Spade for the purpose of a new lot on the property legally known as concession for part of north half of lot 3 RP 55R 6207 part 2 PCL 22234 TBF Ware Township Geographic District of Thunder Bay, known locally as 3230 Otto Road, as set forth in the application, be approved with conditions. Is there any other questions or discussions on this resolution? Seeing none, I will call the question. Anyone in opposition to this? Seeing none, that is approved. Congratulations, Ms. Spade. And we'll move to the third one. Am I going to move in a seconder for this one, please? Axel and David. It's been moved and seconded that the application 1B/20/22 from John and Linda Sabolta for the purpose of a new lot on the property legally known as concession 1, part of north half of lot 7 PCL 1242, known locally as 818 Highway 595 in the Township of O'Connor, as set forth in the application, be approved with conditions. Is there any other discussion or question on this application? Seeing none. Is there anyone opposed to this application? Seeing none, that is hereby approved. And the last one this evening, can I get a mover and a seconder, please? Rudy and Gordon, it's been moved and seconded that the application 1B/21/22 from John and Linda Sabolta for the purpose of a new lot on the property legally known as Concession 1, part of north half of Lot 7, PCL 1242, known locally as 818 Highway 595 in the Township of O'Connor, as set forth in the application, be approved with conditions. Is there any other discussion or questions on this application? Seeing none, is there anyone in opposition to this application? Also seeing none, that one is also approved. Great job. We are so efficient. Okay. We'll move on to the minutes. Everyone's had a chance to peruse them, to get them on the floor. I would like to ask for a mover and a seconder, please. David and Axel, it's been moved and seconded that the Lakehead Rural Planning Board approves the minutes of the June 2, 2022 public meeting as presented. Is there any errors or omissions in these minutes or any question on the way the minutes have been presented? Seeing none, is there any opposition to approving these minutes? Seeing none, they are approved. And the final minutes, can I get a mover and a seconder for the regular meeting minutes? Okay, Mr. Crane and Mr. Bootnews, it's been moved and seconded that the Lakehead Rural Planning Board approves the minutes of the June 2nd, 2022 regular meeting as presented. Any discussion or errors or omissions on these minutes? Seeing none, I will call the question. Is there anyone opposed to approving these minutes? Seeing none, they are hereby approved. Okay. Where are we here? We are. Do we have any matters arising from the minutes?
The only thing that I wanted to bring up is I have not heard back from Mr. Penna, who was supposed to get that survey done, so it must not be done yet. So that will be
Okay.
on the next agenda once I've heard from him.
Okay. Are there any other matters arising from the minutes? Financial reports as of June 24th, 2022. Everyone, do you want to present them or just leave them open to questions?
If anyone has any questions, it's still relatively up to date. The transfer happened from our draft financial statements that we approved at the last meeting. So you'll see that increase in our high interest savings account. And we're doing pretty good as far as planning revenue goes. So if there's any questions, I can try my best to answer them.
Questions or concerns? This is an easy crowd this evening. Okay. Do we have any correspondence?
No.
Do we have any new business?
So the only thing that I wanted to bring up is that I mentioned to a couple people before the meeting started, I accepted the last consent application permitted for Gorman Ware today. So that will be at our August meeting.
I was going to ask that.
Yes.
Now we know.
Now you know, and I'm going to post something on the website as well.
Just tell them to call the minister.
Yes.
Or they can call the parliamentary assistant who
Yes.
once attended these meetings. So
Correct. Yes.
maybe he'll solve all the problems.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. If that's it for new business, does anyone else have new business for this meeting? No. Okay. I understand we are going to go into closed session. So I guess I probably have a resolution for that, don't I?
Yes.
Yes, I do. Can I get a mover and a seconder for going into closed session, please? Mr. McMaster and Mr. Nowak. It's been moved and seconded that the Lakehead Rural Planning Board resolves to a closed session to discuss matters pertaining to legal matters. The hour being 5:51 p.m. Is there anyone opposed to this resolution?